everyone, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to Magick Moongoddess. If you haven't seen already, there is many updates. There's an upgrade update, a new channel name, obviously, and as well, I just recently launched my new business, Magick Moon Healing. All the details will be down below. Make sure to check it out. If you would like to get private readings with me, that is now an option, so definitely go check out my website. If you're hearing background noise, someone's mowing along, there's kids screaming, but I really wanted to sit out here and do the reading with you so I could be out in somewhat of nature, get fresh air, and before you know it, I'm not going to be able to really go outside without it being ultimately, without it being crazy cold. As you can see, I'm rocking the fall vibes. Got a nice cardigan on with a matching lipstick. Before we begin, happy full moon in Aries. Get yourself some tea. I got my Spidey cup. There is so much noise in the background right now, but I am determined to do this video outside. All right, let's get into it. First and foremost, let's have a little mini chat before we begin. I could not believe that nobody, out of the 45 people that watched my Libra new moon video, not one person told me that it was a new moon in Virgo. Not one. Nobody on Facebook, nobody on Instagram, nobody said anything. I don't know what it was with me in the month of September. I was in October mode. I was in October mode. I even was a month early for my cousin's birthday, and I was like, wait, she's a Libra. Have we done it all wrong? She's not a Virgo. She's a Virgo? It was a very confusing month for me. I was mixing up so many dates, but on my calendar it literally says new moon in Virgo, and I did Libra. Libra was on my mind. Either way, the message was delivered with whatever the reading was about and the whole overall message for that moon. But I'm mad at you guys that you didn't correct me. I was really upset. I almost redid the video, but everybody's human and we all make mistakes. So with that being said, also, I haven't posted any October pick a card readings yet, meaning the love reading and the monthly reading. I apologize. I just recently lost a friend, so I've had a loss and I've been grieving, and I'm just going through personal things with my family personally that I'm just gonna keep to myself. But I apologize that there's so many delays and that my YouTube schedule is all over the place. On top of launching my business, it just has been a crazy time. So I hope you guys forgive me, and in honor of my friend, I've been wearing these Kendra Scott bracelets that she bought me last year for my birthday. And yeah, so make sure you give yourself permission to feel and grieve and whatever emotions that you're going through, and don't try to harbor too much guilt if you're not on top of, you know, your work or your projects, whatever it is that you're doing. All right, that was a long introduction. Let's get into our moon forecast. All right, before we begin, okay, October 1st, we have a full moon in Aries. And don't you worry, I double checked, triple checked to make sure I was not wrong. I hope I never make that mistake again. So we have the full moon in Aries. The symbol for a Aries is the ram, and their element is fire. It's a fiery sign, lots of energy coming your way. So if you've been feeling like a lack of motivation or a lack of energy, don't worry. The future, you will have some energy. I really wish this person stopped mowing the lawn right now. Moving on. We have the planet Mars, which Mars in a negative aspect harbors a lot of anger. So if you're harboring any type of frustration or anger, you really need to work on letting it go in this moon cycle. The color that we're working with is red. Today I'm wearing maroon. It's a different shade of red. We'll work with it, right? It's the color red, you know, that fiery energy. And the two crystals that we're working with today is a red jasper as well as Carnelian. Two very fiery colors, right? Red jasper is very grounding, so get yourself a nice red jasper. Red jasper is also a stone of empowerment and strength. And actually, about a month ago, I had a really bad dream. And the crystal that I grabbed was my red jasper and my amethyst. I stuck my amethyst under the pillow. Like, it was a really bad dream. Very vivid about government controlling. So I grabbed the red jasper and I held it against my heart heart just because it's a very grounding stone, and I just kept saying to myself, I am protected, I am safe. So grab yourself a red jasper if you're harboring a lot of scarcity energy and anger energy, as well if you need strength. Then we have Carnelian here. It's so beautiful. I love Carnelian. One of your basic stones. A lot of people know about Carnelian. It works. So we have the root chakra here, which that's the chakra that we're focusing on in this moon cycle, is the root chakra. Being grounded, being rooted, our physical stuff, like our physical manifestations, working out, doing things like that. We have this Carnelian here, which is an energy booster. Just what we need on an Aries moon, right? Because Aries are already energetic, but it's an energy booster. It's really great for motivation and so many yummy things. Get yourself a Carnelian and a red jasper. That is the combo of crystals this moon cycle. The numerology that we have today, Aries, one of their lucky numbers is 4, and when you add up today's date, it is equal to 6. So we have 4 and 6, really finding a foundation and stability in your home life, finding stability in your responsibilities, because number 6 is all about family life, it's all about your friendships, it's all about responsibility. And number 4 is that stability, that foundation. We're in a new season now, so what do you need to, what, my cat just ran by. What foundation do you need to build for this season? What wasn't working for you in the summer season that you need to implement in this fall season? The affirmation that we have is, I direct my energy in the right places. I chose this affirmation and came up with this affirmation because Aries, they're very energetic, and you want to direct all your energy in the right places where it's going to serve you. Stop wasting your energy on things that don't matter. You're mentally blocking yourself. I don't know what my cat is doing. All right, let's go into the Aries characteristics. I get along really well with Aries, fire signs. Any air signs typically usually get along well with fire signs. Aries, they're born leaders. They start the zodiac sign. They take all the responsibility. They start the zodiac. They're the born leaders. They're very eccentric. They're hard workers. They're into art. They love different types of art, like from artists, not like a painting that you just randomly buy at the store. No, they love artists. They love uniqueness, and they can really tell what the painting is saying. Aries are very bold, they're eccentric, they're all about passion, they're all about new beginnings, because again, they start the zodiac sign. They're all about the new beginnings, the new pathways. They're all about springtime, taking action. They're the wands in the tarot deck, because wands are all about taking action, and they represent springtime and all of that good stuff. All right, let's get into our moon forecast for today. I really hope that the noise in the background has not interfered with you listening to my reading. Let's see what the temperature today. It is 68 degrees. It's actually 70 degrees right now, so it's perfect cozy weather here in Japan. Let's clear these cards. What do we need to know? What extra messages do we need to know for this full moon in Aries? We got one card. So this full moon, what we're going to be focusing on is our energy and where we're going to direct it. Because these next 2 months, how the planets are going to be, I think Saturn is going to be conjunction with Aries. I'm not like too knowledgeable about that, but I hear it a lot. So basically, you know, that means things are going to happen. There's going to be movement, change. Again, 2020 has been a whirlwind, right? For this full moon, I want you guys to focus on how the next 2 months are you going to raise your frequency? How are you going to, you know, be on a high vibration? This is super important because there's going to be a lot of chaos that happens in the outside world. So do you want to bring that chaos on the inside, or are you going to work on the inside and bring a different energy? You're a light worker, that light worker energy, and bring it out to the world. A gratitude journal. Staying off of social media, not necessarily social media, but not focusing on negative posts. Posting positive things, staying away from like the media, the news, CNN, Fox News, all of that. Staying away from that. All that negative energy that is is usually on those types of channels because it's what people want to hear. Staying away from that, bringing more joy into your life, gratitude, focusing on your family and love, and really being present, being out in nature as much as you can before the the cold season goes in. And there's different ways that you can like change your focus, change your perspective for this next 2 months. But starting with this full moon, this is what your spiritual homework is. One way is to focus on the fall, right? Most people love the fall. Hit that like button if you agree. Most people like the fall, so really, change your food. Like start making fall like soups and roasted veggies, things like that. Watching fall movies. Get into the fall vibe instead of the chaos of the world vibe. Raise your frequency, meditate, be present at this full moon because there's just going to be a lot of energy thrown at you, especially if you're a light worker, especially if you're an empath, and it can take you down quickly. Be grounded, working on grounding, the red jasper and the carnelian crystals. Even sitting out on your porch, just be out in nature and get some sunlight. Water your plants if you have plants inside your house. Anything that's really gonna ground you and take you out of that crazy vortex of negativity. Let's look into our cards. We have the end of a tough cycle approaches, the full moon in Capricorn. And then we have work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. And I believe in my, new moon in Libra, that was supposed to be a new moon in Virgo, a video, we got a Scorpio card. We got 2 purple cards. So what this is basically saying, if you're going through a tough cycle, which I said before, so this is an intuitive connection here. The end of a tough cycle approaches. If you've been going through a hard time, if you haven't been feeling well, especially this full moon might bring you some loss, might bring you some grief. Work on that, heal, take the time you need to process everything. But no, this is the end of a cycle and this is quickly going to transition into something else. We have the full moon in Capricorn, which we're in the full moon of Aries, which is all about releasing and letting go. If you're holding any grudges towards anybody, if you're holding any negativity towards anybody or even yourself, work on letting those go. Again, we're not perfect. We're spiritual beings in a human existence and an experience. So you're not gonna always do the perfect thing. When you set those intentions and you focus on letting those things go and changing your perspective and changing your mindset, that's really gonna help you and that's gonna break any old patterns that you've been harboring on. So letting go any of those tough cycles and know that it's your past. Today is a new day. You are a new person. Our cells regenerate all the time. You might be in the same situation, but change it up. How can you change it up to make it feel a new energy? Sage your home, move furniture around, put up fall decorations, things like that. That's really gonna help transition and change you into a different direction. And here we have work through your fears, which goes along with this tough cycle. There's a lot of fear energy that we need to heal. So how can you heal that? With the Scorpio, it's an emotional sign. It's a water sign going really deep. Capricorns are a grounding sign. Again, there's that grounding again. And really going deep within your heart chakra. And I know that even though I messed up in the last reading and said Libra, it was correlated with the heart chakra. So the heart chakra is coming up again. So we have the root chakra, which is grounding and our physical stuff and even like our family. And then we have the new moon in Scorpio. And when you deal with these deep feelings, these deep situations, these deep things that you're longing for, you're thinking about all the fears and what people don't give you, or why these people don't get along with you, or why don't you connect with them, and so on. That's just an example. When you start focusing on positive affirmations, I am celebrated everywhere I go. People value me and my time. You're gonna start changing your perspective and look into your relationships. Did you have a good relationship with your mother? Did you have a good relationship with your father? And if not, is that reflecting your future relationships? Is that reflecting in that? Do you have abandonment issues? Do you have different things like that? So look at your patterns and do the healing work, because this is popping up again, which means you still have healing work to do and working through your fears. And especially during fall time, we're letting go, right? So that could be really fearful. Change can be really fearful. And what's to come can be very fearful. Change your perspective. That is your reading, and I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Like this video if it resonated with you, and subscribe to my channel. I upload weekly, and I just started doing weekly 3-card spread pick a card readings for the beginning of the week for just like healing messages that you need to hear. It's like a mini pick a card. So also stay tuned for those as well. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in you. Stay gold, stay healthy, do your spiritual homework, and I'll see you guys soon.